So everyone always asks me, how did I become a funeral director? How did I end up here? How do I go from grief to nearly 1 million followers? And I've never done this before, but I'm going to share with you my whole story in one video. For those of you who did not know, I am a first-generation funeral director. I have no family in the business, no family legacy, no connections, just a strange, deep calling to something most people avoid: death, grief, and humanity. But over a decade ago, the industry did not look the way it does now. And the industry certainly did not want somebody like me. Oh no, I couldn't get a job. I called everywhere. I applied everywhere. And I was told no over and over and over again. This isn't a career for someone like you. That didn't age well. People were betting that I wouldn't make it. And, some days I almost believed them. But something in me refused to quit. Even when the doors stayed closed, when it was like the only option was to leave. I stayed, kept showing up. I kept learning. I kept doing the work that no one saw. And brick by brick, I built a place for myself. Not because I was invited, but because I created a space where there was none. And years later, there was TikTok. I didn't start posting for attention. I started posting because people were dying and no one was talking. Not about grief, not about healing, not about what it's like to be human and have to say goodbye. And at first, it felt wrong. It felt so wrong, almost like illegal to speak so openly on it, to bring death into daylight and to show up in this space and just be so real. But the truth is, I don't do this for shock. I do it for clarity. I do it for people who are grieving, for the world who still doesn't know how to show up and hold them. Hard to explain, but I do this for a greater purpose that not everyone sees. And behind the scenes, I am working a full-time job. I am not just running a funeral home. I am also running all of my content. I am the creator, I am the editor, I am the manager. I am holding grief and pain for strangers. I am also managing my own grief. I am managing expectations. And I am trying to maintain my peace in a world and an industry that has their opinions. There are people who would love to see me fail, see me disappear, to be able to go back to what they're comfortable with. But I'm still here, not for them, but for the people that need this. Show up for the people who never got to ask their questions, for the families who never got answers, for the kids who lost their parents too soon, for the parents who lost children, for the caregivers, the late night grievers, the ones who wonder if what they feel is normal. I do this to change the perception of death and to restore the humanity in how we talk about it. I do it to remind people that you are not alone. Grief doesn't make you broken. And death is not the end of meaning. If you're watching this and you're tired, if you've been told you're too much or not enough, if you're working in silence, waiting for someone to believe in you, let this be the reminder you need to hear. You don't need their permission. You don't need their approval. You just need belief in your heart, in your voice, in your story. Because I was told I'd never make it, and I'm still here. And to everyone who whispered about me, who judged me, who doubted me, who tried to shrink what they didn't understand, I heard you. I didn't back down. This is my voice. This is my work. This is my story. Mwah.